As a holistic dentist for more than 30 years, I I experienced so much improvement in the individual dental health of my patients that I'm really, really keen on giving all these information to you now. So let's start right away. So if you, by any chance, understand German, I can recommend my books to you. This is really, really interesting, especially because we are diving into quantum medicine already in this book. But let's start with a very practical information. So, as I already said in the introduction video, holistic approach, we want to strengthen your personal ability to improve your self-healing properties, which you have. Yes, all of you have these self-healing properties, and that's what I want to to share with you. So the most common idea to improve dental health is via nutrition or via your tooth food or dental diet. But there is something very, very interesting. Have you ever considered to use herbs and white herbs and green food? So in every wild herb, we have a huge amount of nutrition, and that's what you can use as an ingredient to your daily smoothies, to your daily juices, freshly squeezed juices for sure. Or you can use it as an ingredient to your salad, to your veggies, whatever. Just throw them into your meals or your juices, and then you get an extra amount of nutrients. So, have you ever heard about dandelion? This is, I would say, a magic ingredient to your daily smoothies. So use the dandelion because it is not only green food, but it has an influence on your liver and your gallbladder function. So what a lot of people don't know is that all our teeth are linked to special organs, and the gallbladder and the liver, they are linked to your canines. Have you known that? That's so fantastic that everything is linked perfectly together. So if you use the dandelion to improve the nutrition in your food and to bring all the building material to your teeth, to remineralize and to make the saliva alkaline again, because the saliva has to be alkaline in order to remineralize your teeth. But on the other hand, you also support your meridian system and the energy flow in the meridians of your canines, because they are linked to gallbladder and liver. And on top of that, you also improve the capacity of your liver and gallbladder to detoxify your body. So many things which you support if you use dandelion on a daily scale. So I hope I could motivate you to try it out. Try it out and don't think, oh, it doesn't taste well. Oh, it's too bitter. I don't like bitter food. But bitter food is the best for the gallbladder and liver system. So another very, very powerful herb is stinging nettle. I know they hurt if you touch them, but if you put them into your smoothie, all the stinging hair, or how do you call it, the little hairs which make this allergy or this rush or the itching, they are being broken down when you put them into the blender. So use the stinging or stinging nettle in your daily green smoothies. The stinging or stinging nettle contains a huge amount of vitamin C, and this is important for your gum health. So if you have problems with your gums, or if you suffer from periodontitis, then you need to supplement your food with stinging nettle. And on the other hand, it also contains silica. And silica is also very supportive for the remineralization of your dental enamel. So try this out. So this was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is, as we already said, you have an energy system or energy pathways in your body. They are called the meridians. And as we already said, the meridians are linked to organs and structure within your body, but also to your teeth. So every tooth is linked to another pair of meridians. And if you know which meridian is linked to which tooth, for example, the kidney and the bladder meridian is linked to your front teeth. So we have talked about the stinging nettle before. The stinging nettle supports the kidney and the bladder health. It flushes all the toxins out of your body, but on the other hand, it supports the energy support of your front teeth. So how do you like that? I think that's fantastic. And I fall in love with the holistic approach to dental health every time I talk about it. But, you can support your energy flow within the meridian system, because be aware, there can be blockages within these energy pathways, and they can be made by diseases, by scars, after operations, for example, but they can be made also via emotional trauma. So if you suffer from emotional trauma in your childhood and you don't remember it well, sometimes we push our bad experiences or very traumatic experience in the subconscious level. So from there, we are not aware of their existence, but they work on the energetical way and basis or level. And if you have problems with your, for example, with your front teeth, check your gallbladder and kidney, not gallbladder, your bladder and kidney meridian, and all the emotions which are linked to this specific meridian system, which are, for example, shock, being frozen, having experienced really, really traumatic situations, losing the ground under your feet. So these emotions can block the energy flow in your kidney and gallbladder meridian. So what can you do to unblock it? Well, you can work on this trauma, on the childhood trauma, on several levels. So you can have psychotherapy or whatever, or trauma therapy, but you can do something else. You can eat herbs or integrate herbs which support this meridian system into your daily routine. So I already said stinging nettle would be very supportive in this case. You can practice specific yoga asanas. And I invented the so-called tooth yoga, but it's nothing else than a meridian yoga. Look the asanas for the kidney and gallbladder meridian up. Very easy and simple practice is breathing. So breathe in and out very deeply and calm yourself down within minutes or seconds. This is really supportive for your remineralization potential. So, tip number 4 is use alkaline tooth care products. As I already mentioned, it is very important that your saliva has an alkaline pH value. So what can you do in order to bring the saliva pH value up? You can use baking soda in order to bring the pH value up again. You can use dried herbs. Here they are. This is, for example, you can use sage. You can use sage as an ingredient to your daily green smoothie. You can use the sage as an infusion. Just pour hot water over it and then you create your own mouthwash. This is what you can do with it, but you can also dry the leaves, you can grind them, and then you can put them or mix them with just use these ingredients and brush your teeth with it. Very easily done and not really expensive and self-sufficient. What can you do in order to calm yourself down? Because if you calm yourself down, you bring yourself in the relaxation modus. And remember, if you are in the relaxation modus, then your saliva is in a position where it can remineralize your dental enamel. If you bring all the building material in terms of minerals into your saliva, then your saliva can remineralize your dental enamel if you are in the relaxation modus. So what can you do to calm down? We already talked about breathing techniques. We talked about yoga. It is also beneficial to bring your emotions down, but there is still something else which I also write about in my book or my books. Essential oils. It's a gift from nature. This is the spirit of a plant. So in this case, I have frankincense here, but you can use sage, You can use chamomile, you can use lavender. Here you have the lavender here. You can smell this fantastic scent in order to bring your emotions down from the plant directly, but this is highly concentrated and you need only 1 or 2 drops. Um, Dilute them. You can breathe them in, and then the spirit of the plant will directly get into your brain, and there it works in terms of calming you down. Bye.